The New York Yankees, playing with that starting catcher Brian McCann at 2 to 3 months with a broken finger, will take on the Toronto Blue Jays at the Rogers Center as Michael Pineda gives up a leadoff base hit from Jose Reyes. He would eventually be moved over by Dalton Pompey's ground ball, and the 3-hitter Jose Bautista hits a softly hit ground ball into right field, and Jose Reyes is able to score on the play. The fleet-footed Reyes, no problem. It's a 1-0 Jays lead. Bottom half of the second now, and the man they call Bringer of Rain is just bringing some drizzles. With the base knock for Josh Donaldson, it'll bring up Russell Martin now. Donaldson on first, as Russell Martin, the former New York Yankee, comes up big into his old team, right center field off the wall, as Josh Donaldson scores all the way from first base. It's a 2-0 Jays lead. Later on in the bottom of the second, runner on third now with 2 outs as Reyes gets a base knock up the middle, and he scores Russell Martin. It's 3-0 Jays now. We'll head to the top of the third for the Yankees at the plate. Jose Pirela rips one into center field that'll land just in front of Pompey. He gets himself a base knock. Next batter up is J.R. Murphy, the new starting catcher, with Pirela on second after a stolen base. Rips one into the right center gap that'll slowly roll to the wall, allow Pirela to score from second, and Murphy to pick up a double and an RBI. 3-1 ball game now as Gardner comes up with a runner on third, being Pirela, and the sac fly will drive in Pirela. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Carlos Beltran with 2 outs now. 0-1 count as he takes one opposite way into left field, and will be mishandled in left as Carlos Beltran gets his prehistoric self into second base for a double to bring up Mark Teixeira. 1-1 count. The pitch from Hutchinson is taken to deep right center. You can kiss it goodbye. Mark Teixeira's 4th home run of the season, and he makes it a 4-3 Yankees lead as he drives in Beltran. Bottom half of the third now, bases loaded, 1 out. A chance to turn 2. Teixeira goes to second, that's 1. Fire to first from Didi, and Pineda can't get there in time, so it's a tie ball game. So now, Ace. Tough situation here as Mark Teixeira fields it, fires home, and they gun him down at the plate as Murphy slaps down the tag. Still tie ball game. Head to the top half of the 7th now. 1 out, J.R. Murphy getting the inning started with 1 out. Base knocked to right field. He gets himself on first base. Next batter up, Jacoby Ellsbury. He whips one into right field. That's a base hit. Moves Murphy up to second. Sets up first and second for Brett Gardner. 3-0 count. He rips one into center field as Pompey has trouble with it, to say the least, and that'll score 1 as they were not trying to go on the play. Gardner picks up a single on the play, but does advance to second as he only gets credit for the single, and all kinds of errors going on that play for the Blue Jays. Now Carlos Beltran rips one into right field. That'll score Gardner from second and the man from third, as it's now a 7-4 Yankees lead as the inning just never ends. Next batter up, Teixeira. He rips one to the right center gap. That'll score the prehistoric Carlos Beltran all the way from first base. That's Mark Teixeira's 3rd RBI of the day, and it's now an 8-4 Yankees lead. Diane Viciedo comes up now, and he kicks one into center field, moves the runner up to second base, as it's first and second for Didi Gregorius. Full count, facing Brett Cecil, lefty on lefty, as Didi Gregorius picks himself up an RBI, and it's now a 9-4 Yankees lead. Still in the top of the 7th, 2 outs. Jose Pirela goes left field. That'll score Didi from second base, and it's now a 10-4 Yankees lead. Now we'll head to the top of the 8th for Carlos Beltran.
Beltran out to deep right field, and this is launched.
It's 11-4 now thanks to Carlos Beltran's solo shot, his team-leading 6th dinger of the year, as the Yankees come out on top by a score 11-4 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Yanks improve to 15-12, while the Blue Jays drop to 12-16. Carlos Beltran, player of the game, 4 for 5 with a home run, double, 3 RBIs, and crossing the plate himself 3 times. Mark Teixeira, 2 for 5 with a home run, a double, and 3 RBIs. And J.R. Murphy in his first start since McCann going down, 2 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and a run himself. While the Yankees piled on a total of 17 hits the majority of them coming in the top of the 7th where they knotted 6 runs to really blow away with the lead over the Blue Jays. And with that being said, to wrap things up here for this matchup, I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.